So this is a reading of the map material for lesson 14.2 in 7th grade social studies. So as you can see, I'm on today's lesson. To go ahead and access the material, hit that click here button. So today we're learning about map essentials. Basically, I want you guys to be aware of what is necessary to think about and look at when we are reading a map. I think this is pretty important because I know with cell phones and everything, we're not really looking at maps very much anymore, but you need to be able to find out where you are, what's around you, and what resources are available. And yes, maps still exist on phones. Map essentials. Maps are like messages sent out in code. Map makers provide certain elements that help us translate these codes. These elements help us understand the message they are presenting about a particular part of the world. Of these elements, almost all maps have titles, directional indicators, scales, and legends. The map below has all 4 of these elements, plus a 5th, a locator map. So as you can see, they have little numbers here that correspond to different things. 1, title. So our title of our example map is Battles in the East. A map's title shows what the subject of the map is. The map title is usually the first thing you look at when studying a map, because it tells you what the map is trying to show you. Okay, so what's on this map? Battles. Let's see what else is here. Number 2 is a compass rose. This is a directional indicator that shows which way north, south, east, and west is on the map. Some map makers use a north arrow, which points towards the North Pole. Remember, north is not always at the top of a map. The way a map is drawn and the location of directions on that map depend on the perspective of the map maker. Most maps in this book indicate direction by using a compass rose. A compass rose has arrows that point to all 4 principal directions as shown. So you guys should see a north, south, east, and west. Scale is also really important to consider. Map makers use scales to represent and show the distances between different points on a map. Scales may appear on maps in several different forms. The maps in this textbook provide a bar scale. Scales give distances in miles and kilometers. To find the distance between 2 points on a map, I'd listen in here, you're going to have to do this in your chapter check today. Place a piece of paper so that the edge connects the 2 points. Mark the location of each point on the paper with a line or a dot. Then compare the distance between the 2 dots with the map's bar scale. The number on the top of the scale gives the distance in miles. The number on the bottom of the scale gives the distance in kilometers. Because the distances are given in large intervals, you may have to approximate the actual distance on the scale. We also need to look at legends. The legend or key explains what the symbols on the map represent. Point symbols are used to specify the location of things like cities that do not take up much space on the map. Some legends, such as the one shown here, show colors that represent different elevations. You can't see this here because it's black and white, but sometimes different colors can represent different things. Don't worry, you're not doing any map skill activities that aren't in color. Other maps might have legends with symbols or colors that represent things like roads. Legends can show economic resources, land use, population density, and also climate. Last but not least, there's a locator map. And this map shows where in the world the area on the map is located. The area shown on the main map is shown in red on the locator map. The locator map allows surrounding areas so that the map reader can see how the information on the map relates to the area around it. So a little bit about working with maps. The first type of map, we're going to skip that first paragraph because this isn't from your textbook, this is from 8th grades. Some maps are topographic maps. A topographic map, like this one, shows the shape of the Earth's surface using contour lines. Contour lines are imaginary lines connecting points of the same elevation above sea level. The distance between the lines represents the distance between the points on the Earth's surface. If the lines are close together, the feature is more steep than if the lines are far apart. Symbols on topographic maps represent natural and man-made features like rivers, mountains, roads, and even buildings. So we should see some symbols on this topographic map here. There's also the historical map and the route map. In a history textbook, most of the maps you will study are historical maps. Historical maps, like this one above us, are maps that show information about the past. This information might be which lands an empire controlled or where a certain group of people lived. Often colors are used to indicate the different things. Route map. One special type of historical map is called a route map. A route map shows the route or path that someone or something followed. Route maps can show things like trade routes, invasion routes, or the journeys and travels of people. If more than one route is shown, several arrows of different colors can be used. What does this map show? Last but not least, we're going to talk about the 5 themes of geography, and then you will complete your quiz activity for today. Geography is the study of the world's people and places. As you can imagine, studying the entire world is a big job. To make the job easier, geographers have created the 5 themes of geography. They are location, place, human-environment interaction, movement, and region. You can think of the 5 themes as 5 windows that you look through to study a place. If you looked at the same place through 5 different windows, you would have 5 different perspectives or viewpoints of the place. Using the 5 themes in this way will help you understand the world's people and places. The first theme is location. The first thing to study about a place is location. Where is it? Every place has an absolute location, its exact location on Earth. A place also has a relative location, its location in relation to other places. Use the theme of location to ask questions like, where is this place located and how has its location affected it? Number 2, place. Every place in the world is unique and has its own personality and character. Some things that can make a place unique include weather, plants and animals, history, and the people that live there. Use the theme of place to ask questions like, what are the unique features of this place, and why is it important? Point 3. Human-environment interaction. People interact with their environment in many ways. They use land to grow food and local materials to build houses. At the same time, a place's environment influences how people live. For example, if the weather is cold, people wear warm clothes. Use the theme of human-environment interaction to ask questions like, what is this place's environment like? And how does it affect the people who live there? Number 4, movement. The world is constantly changing, and places are affected by the movement of people, goods, ideas, and physical forces. For example, people come and go, new businesses begin, and rivers change their course. Use the theme of movement to ask questions like, how is this place changing, and why? Lastly, we've got region. Region is an area that has one or more features that make it different from surrounding areas. A desert, a country, and a coastal area are all regions. Geographers use regions to break the world into smaller pieces that are easier to study. Use the theme of region to ask questions like, what common features does this area share? And how is it different from other areas? So now that we've finished the reading, this last page is just a little extra that you can look at briefly. You don't have to. Go ahead and go back to today's lesson and complete the chapter check. I've included some maps in there that I'd really like you to start using and getting the hang of. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me a message.